Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Mitz, and you'll notice it's not a red boat in the garage, it's a red truck. I just picked up a 2020 Jeep Gladiator, and the channel Level Up Bassin, we're actually going to venture into a little bit of the off-roading side. I'm looking to get some accessories for this, beef it up, and get it out in the woods. This truck will get dirty and muddy, and that is my plan. So really just entering the Jeep world. I am a novice, I'm a beginner, I'm just getting into this. So if you're a Jeep person, definitely comment, subscribe, like, give me some feedback. This first video, I'm gonna take a quick walk around. I wanna show you the first probably $200 I spent on Amazon. All those little things that everybody needs, that everybody wants, that everybody grabs. So I'll show you a few that worked and a few that didn't, and I'll even show you the ones that I've already returned. Let's take a quick walk around the Jeep, and this should be a fun video. It's pretty much those top 10 or so things that everybody buys for the Jeep, and some of them work, some of them don't. So first off, somewhere right about here, I'll put a list. This is everything I've bought from Amazon. It is a long list of stuff. Now, they're not all the high end, it's not all the expensive, it's some $10, $20, maybe $50 things, and that's really what I want to show you what we're going to go through. We're going to start inside the Jeep. These are the quick and easiest ones. Let's try that again. We're going to go inside the Jeep. These are the quick, easy ones. So, right here, you can actually see a bolt-on cup holder. It fits right in the plastic track here, and I dropped the black screw and put in my own, but it screws right into the side, and it holds pretty decent. Now, the one thing about this cup holder, I only installed the passenger side because, as I'll show you when I get in, on the driver's side, my knee continuously hits the cup. Doesn't seem to bother the passenger. Next are those easy accessories. This little tray, it is a necessity. It is a great little thing for the passenger. You can put your phone in there, you can put your stuff in there, nice little storage. These Jeeps are tight and storage is a commodity. This comes in a kit, and I'll link that below as well. There's multiple pieces to it. This kind of saddles the shifting area, provides a compartment on this side and a compartment on this side my sunglasses are currently in. What I would recommend is, if you're someone who does DIY and tinkers with your Jeep, there's a screw underneath this. What I ended up doing is I installed, you can hear it, I installed Velcro. I Velcroed those to the side so that I can remove them. I didn't use the double-sided tape. So with this one comes this guy right here, which latches on just to the compartment, and this piece here. Now, you're witnessing one of the things I can't stand, but it fills a void. There's a decent compartment in here. This piece goes right over these two clips. The next one kind of saddles that and pushes down. So you really can't get underneath this without it being a pain, but it works. This kind of bounces around a little bit, but it's not too bad. What I do like is, in the very bottom of these, I think you can see with the light, there's a rubber matting so that things don't make a ton of noise and rattle. The problem with these is there is not. So if you have change in here, it bounces around and rattles. It's kind of annoying. Or something will slide forward and slide back as you're driving. But again, price point, not all that bad. I was thinking this was going to be easy to show you, but this is the cup holder that goes on the driver's side door. If you notice, it's got a pretty good lip to it. When this is there, this hits right on my leg here and was driving me crazy. So this is one of those that I just took out of the truck and basically left one for my passenger. I don't really need it. This is another necessity, the phone mount. And there are a million of these on the internet. And I'll tell you, buy the right one for the need. It was entry-level price point. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it. It works decent. It was an easy install, but it might not fit my needs. All it really is the factory one. There's a screw, you take out the rubber mat, there's a screw on this side, same, there's a screw on this side. That comes out, you pop this one in, screw back, screw back. They do include some double-sided tape that you put underneath it. I would suggest multiple layers because it does kind of come out a little bit, but the screws do a good job of holding it. The mount itself screws right into the center beam so you don't lose these two compartments, which is nice. The arm does tighten. There's a decent hex nut that they give you a wrench that you can tighten that down. And you got some versatility. You can have it up, you can have it on its side, you can have it left, right, all the good stuff. What I do like, to be honest, is you squeeze it it locks down on your phone, and then if you push the button in back, it opens up, so it's pretty easy. I like to have my phone mounted horizontally, so it would do this. Squeeze that down, and that's how my phone sits in the truck. I have Android Auto, so I put the cable up behind that little handrail tray, and I can plug right in, and it works pretty well. The one thing I don't like is I have it touching the dash, and I put a little felt pad behind it so it doesn't vibrate, but this guy still jiggles as I drive. So I may look into a beefier mount. But overall, I'd give it probably a 3.5, 4 out of 5. Next fun project was getting into the dash. I took both instrument clusters out, had to get behind my radio, had to do a few things there, and I really wanted to get rid of the cigarette lighter adapter, or the 12 volt DC adapter. While I know that it's great to have one of those in the vehicle because they do so much for other accessories, do have an auxiliary in the bed of the truck that can handle the cigarette style adapters in case I need to run a pump or something like that. But what I did was I replaced with this right here, which is a USB 3 fast charging outlet, and it works great. Shows me the voltage of everything as well. All right, now we're on the outside of the Jeep. Here's another easy one anybody can do. Right here is the stubby antenna. So I ended up buying 2 of these. The first one was a 9-inch, and I couldn't even get the local channels that I usually listen to. So then I bumped it up to this one, which is a 12 or a 13. I'll link to both down below. If you live in a metro area, you might be fine with the real stubby, but we got some back roads here that you lose the radio, so I needed one a little bit taller. Moving to the front of the truck. This was probably one of my favorites, is replace the front grille. You gotta beef it up. You gotta make it look good. Now, again, I didn't spend a ton of money on this one. It is plastic, but it has a nice little look to it. It'll get me through until I decide what I want. And another feature that I do like is it has the running lights built right into it. In a video, I'll show you how I installed this and how I wired it up. In addition to this front grille, I also installed a front cam. Now inside my truck there's an aftermarket radio, and the aftermarket radio is nice because I have 2 AV ins. I put it in reverse, I see the reverse camera, I throw it in forward, and I actually see the driveway in front of me. So again, that's going to be a later video because I'll get into the wiring and show you how I did that. Another quick add-on, this one is the grab handles. They velcro up and around, so you grab on them when you're getting in and out of the truck, obviously. These will become valuable if the doors are off and the top's off and you have passengers. It gives them something to feel secure. You know, when you're driving, you get your hands on the steering wheel. When you're not driving, you're getting thrown around. I put them on the back passengers. I didn't put them on the front driver's side and passenger because they're kind of in like that head area where if you're coming in, you're gonna whack them. But they do make some low profile ones I may look at later. Now we're over to the driver's side. Driver's side, I added in an auxiliary switch hub, and what's nice about it is it illuminates. I don't have the labels on it yet because I don't have everything wired up, but it fits really nice right there. Really not too much of a pain to wire in. It was a tough project just to get everything where I needed it, but I'll show you under the hood kind of what it looks like there. And then again, I'll link that to an installation video. This is just a quick walk around. So now we're under the hood. The main reason for this is I wanted to show you the other end of that auxiliary hub. So right here is the box that gets mounted under the hood. I had to customize the mount a little bit, but again, I'm going to do an installation video on this. I'll show it all to you. I'll go through step by step. If you have questions on it, just ask them in this video, or I'll link to the other video once I get there. Inside the box, basically what's really nice is everything is fused. You tie the positives in and you tie the negatives to the ground in the truck, and you have yourself a centralized location for all of your wiring. Open up the doors. I have some red courtesy lights. I wired them underneath the truck so that when you open up the door, they light up. When you close the door, they turn off. I also added them to this auxiliary. In the installation video for this auxiliary, I will show you how, when I wired in the rock lights, you can have power from here, or you can have power from your courtesy lights. On top of all that stuff, there's a few more I haven't installed yet. I'll show them to you now because this one may come with an installation video and the other one doesn't really need one. This guy right here is a USB outlet for the back. So right inside here, it's a USB fast charging 3.0 and a USB-C fast charging port. This I'm going to mount right behind the center console. Obviously my daughter, who needs to be plugged in at all times, she's going to appreciate this because I do not have the model with the USB ports in the back seat. So this will be a video, quick install. I'll show you how to tap into the power that's already there and how to access it. Next one is, and this one obviously I'll show you, but you can definitely do it yourself, is it's a safe. And I didn't want a key safe, I wanted a combination safe. So this one I found on Amazon. What's nice about it is it's lined, it can be used for just about anything, and up top here, if you take this lever and switch it to B, you can set the combination to what you want, switch it back to A, close it. It's a dial that you roll and you can set the combinations, and then when you set it, you just unlock it. I'm thinking this is going to be valuable. Take the doors off, take the top off, take everything off, go park it in a lot. I'll probably mount this somewhere just not in visible plain sight, but I can throw my keys in it and just lock it. And you know what? If they really want to rip this out and take the Jeep, that's why you have insurance. But it's just nice. You can put some valuables in there if you're at the beach, if you're mudding, if you're off-roading, camping, or just at the mall. Out of sight, out of mind type of thing. So quick, solid, comes with a metal cable, but you're also able to drill right through the case into something more secure. So I'm sure I'll lag this down to a secure location. So that's a ton of small things. All of them do take time, but they're all easily manageable. You can go and find these things on Amazon. You can ask me questions. I'll tell you what I did to install them. I'm gonna link to videos for the rock lights, for the grill, for the installation of the USB ports inside the truck, taking out the instrument cluster, and I also have a bunch more coming. So real quick video. Hopefully you find these items useful. Ask me about them and I'll give you everything you need to know. Thanks guys.